Aquarius, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan Hill from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Aquarius love reading. I know it's been a minute since you've seen me. It's probably been a couple of months since I posted a reading on YouTube. I've been working on a lot of stuff in the background. I'm almost finished with most of it, so I have time to get back on here now. I'm not going to waste your time yakking about it. I'll tell you all about that some other time. Let's get on with this Aquarius love reading, because today we are going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest here in October 2024. To do that, I'm going to get one card to represent the shared energy that's affecting both of you here in October. Then I'm going to get 3 cards for you, Aquarius, 3 cards for your person. And then I'm going to clarify everything with the second deck, just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on in this love connection of yours. So let's get started. Let's get one card for what's the mutual point of interest between Aquarius and their romantic person of interest, October 2024. Okay, let's get 3 cards for you, Aquarius. What's going on with you? What's going on with Aquarius as it relates to their romantic person of interest and the connection between them? Okay, get in here. What do we have? I got one shoot off on the floor here. Okay, let's take a look at your person, see what's going on with them. What's going on with Aquarius's romantic person of interest as it relates to Aquarius and the connection between them. October 2024. Let's get one more for Aquarius's person of interest, please. Thank you. All 3 major arcana cards. On the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading, another major arcana card, we got the Emperor. This is the Aries major arcana card. This is an energy of control. It's about taking control, taking charge of a situation. This is a master manifester in the sense of it's someone who has all the tools and resources and abilities to create a plan to get what they want and then execute that plan to get what they want. This usually represents someone who is taking control and is in charge of something. They're calling the shots on something. Whether or not that's a positive or a negative thing, too early to tell yet. Underlying that Emperor energy is another major arcana card, the High Priestess. I got a lot of major arcana out here. That's really powerful energy that's affecting you. This is someone's intuition showing up here. The High Priestess is that internal knowing that you have. She's your connection to spirit, source, the universe, information that you don't actually have but somehow know anyway. She can represent gut feelings, signs, synchronicities, a dream that has some kind of a message in it. It's just that internal knowing where you don't actually have facts to support it, yet you know anyway. Thing about the intuition is a lot of times it's going to tell you something that you don't want to hear, something that you don't want to be true. And because you don't have any facts to support it, it gets kind of easy to like shove that intuition stuff off to the side and ignore it and pretend like you don't hear it just because you can't prove what it's necessarily saying to you. Another major arcana card under that, the Hanged Man. This is Pisces energy of progress being halted, no forward movement happening, things being stuck at a dead standstill. Now, the Hanged Man hangs upside down because he's trying to look at things from a different perspective, a different point of view than he would normally look at things from. And he's doing that because he's trying to gain enlightenment on something. He's trying to figure out what has me stuck and what do I need to do to get myself unstuck so things can move forward the way I want. Sometimes, especially when you've got this Emperor type of an energy here with it, that can be someone who's playing the blame game, who's playing the role of the Emperor, and at the same time, on the opposite side of that coin, the helpless victim. This is usually someone who's looking at things for what's wrong, things that have me stuck. What external to myself is got me stuck here, and what external to me needs adjusted so that I can move forward. It's very rare that we have this external problem show up in our life that wasn't first created internally before it became an external thing. So I like to see the Hermit along with that, and I'm getting ahead of myself, but central to your energy is the Hermit. These cards are very similar in the sense that they're both about trying to figure out what do I do moving forward from here. It's just a difference in where the focus is. Here, the focus is external. It's on these things, these other people, these situations, these outside of myself things that have me stuck. And here the focus is directed inside myself. What adjustments do I need to make about me so that things can move forward the way that I want them to? So we got some taking control energy, things still being stuck because of that, or in spite of that even, and some intuitive hit happening in the middle of all that. Oh, sheesh. 8 of Swords right behind that Hanged Man. Gemini energy of thinking in circles about something, thinking about it over and over and over again, grinding on it. This is an overthinking kind of an energy. It's about being like feeling stuck and feeling trapped and not sure what's the safe move to make. And I don't want to make some kind of mistake here, but I'm missing some information. And the only way that I have to like navigate based on that missing information is to simulate stuff in my mind over and over and over again, trying to fill those blanks in, trying to come up with like, what do I do? But sometimes this turns into like a self-imposed mental prison of your own thoughts. In other words, like the way someone is thinking about something is making it worse than it actually is. Could be why we're stuck. This could be talking about being stuck in a cycle of overthinking and overanalyzing something, even though your intuition is telling you what to do. We'll probably have to come back to that as we move forward in the reading, but this shared energy, that's like the gist of what this is going to talk about. This mutual point of interest is shared energy that affects both of you in some way here in October 2024. It doesn't always affect you the same way. Sometimes they do this and you feel the consequences of it, or vice versa. Sometimes they say or do something that makes you feel or act this way, or vice versa. Sometimes it's legitimately something external to the both of you that's causing some sort of something to happen here. But we got the Queen of Swords as that mutual point of interest. This is Libra energy. This is an energy of speaking the truth on something and then cutting off the things or the people that aren't in your best interest anymore. So this is affecting you both. Let's clarify this and see what else we can find out. Tell me more about this Queen of Swords, please. Why is the Queen of Swords the shared energy that's affecting Aquarius and their person in October? Bottom of the deck, underlying this Queen of Swords energy is the 7 of Pentacles. This is Taurus energy. This is a period of time for one of two reasons. It's either a period of time where we're pausing to reflect and take stock of this connection and take stock of this situation that we're in. And what we're doing is taking a look at the seeds that have been planted between the two of us. And we're trying to decide, is this ever going to turn into the 10 of Pentacles that I really want? This combined together life that I really want? Is this worth me continuing to invest myself in, my time, effort, and my energy into this? Or is it a spot where maybe this isn't going to pan out the way I want? And maybe it's time for me to cut my losses and move on here. Now, the other thing that this could represent is a period of time where we did plant the seeds on something, but it would be kind of like if you go outside right now and plant an apple tree in your yard, you're not going to come out tomorrow morning and get apples off of that. There's a whole lag time between when you plant the seed to when the tree grows and it blossoms and gets fruit on it and then the fruit ripens. So this can be that period of time where we're waiting on something to fully develop or waiting on something to pan out so that we can harvest it and get some rewards out of it. We got some period of time here. And 9 of Pentacles right behind that. This is Virgo energy. This is a single energy. This is about being physically single and stable and independent in and of yourself. This doesn't always represent that you want to be single or even that you are single. Sometimes I'll get this card when someone is acting like they're single, like they're presenting themselves in the physical world as if they're single when they're not. But this could be a period of time where maybe we are single right now and we're trying to figure out, do I want to stay that way or not? I have King of Cups right behind that. This is the emotional decision maker. This is the pinnacle of the cup suit, which is about emotions and intuition. This is someone who, when they make their decisions, they consult their emotions, they consult their intuition, but they don't let that stuff cloud their judgment. It's also someone who you probably have a lot of love and emotions for. They probably have a lot of love and emotions for you, but the King of Cups doesn't always wear his heart on his sleeve. He doesn't always like publicly broadcast what he's feeling about something, whether that's good or bad. We do have some rough, choppy water around him, but he's got that stone face. Like, you can't tell by looking at him that something's wrong. And then I have the Four of Swords, which is another period of time type of an energy here. This is Libra energy. This is taking a pause, taking a break, chilling out. This is about, like, fours are stability and swords represent the mind or the thoughts. So this is like stabilizing the thoughts, stabilizing the mind. I did see Eight of Swords here in the overall energy. This is half of that energy. This is where your mind is racing and it's all this noise and chatter in your head because you're overthinking something. And this is like, shh, calm down, relax, stabilize your thoughts, calm your mind down, and then you'll be able to hear your guidance. I do have the High Priestess right here, and I also have the High Priestess in the other deck clarifying this Queen of Swords. A lot of times when your mind is too noisy and too chattery, you can't hear your intuition, or you'll hear it, but then you'll have all this chatter start up to try and drown it out. And this is like, chill out, go inside yourself so you can figure out what to do. Now, when I clarify this Queen of Swords, I get the Five of Swords, Seven of Wands, Temperance, and the High Priestess. Five of Swords is Aquarius energy. Fives are conflict or change. This can be a conflict verbally, like communication-wise. This can be a conflict in thinking. This can be a big fight. This can be a betrayal. You could be dealing with someone who has this winning at all costs mentality. Like, I'm going to get what I want. And if you happen to get hurt in the process, well, sorry about your luck because I'm getting what I want. Like I said, it can represent a betrayal. At its core, what this card is really about is some mentally or psychologically painful situation or event taking place. Like I said, most of the time it's a betrayal. Could be that we had a severing happen, a big fight, and some harsh words getting spoken, and whoop, off with your head, game over. But then I have Seven of Wands, which is a Leo energy. This is a defensive energy. It's usually like defending my position or defending my stance on something, or being willing to fight to protect something that's important to me, fight to get something that I have desire for, fight for something I want, fight for the connection. A lot of times when I get these two cards together, I call her She Who Knows the Truth. In a standard tarot deck, she's holding her hand out, offering to let someone tell their side of the story. But she already knows what really happened. So the truth that they speak to her better match the truth she already knows, or she cuts their head off with the sword. And this is a defensive energy. It can be like defending against accusations. So when I get both of them together, that's usually what this is about. We're speaking the truth on something, and someone is ducking and dodging and bobbing and weaving and trying to pretend like, no, it wasn't me, even though there's a betrayal and some mentally painful thing here. I have Temperance next, which is the Sagittarius Major Arcana card. It's a card of patience. It's about blending two things together, but doing it little bits at a time and being willing to make adjustments along the way, like fine-tuning things. This is like a recalibrating kind of an energy. It can be reconciliation. In tarot, water represents love, and here the love has been separated into two different cups. And the angels recombining the love back together, like blending two people back together. So it can be reconciliation in that sense. We could have this painful thing has happened. There's been a severing here, and maybe I'm trying to take control of the situation and fight to get this back, fight to reblend this back together. I do have the High Priestess again, which, like I said, is down here right below the Emperor. This is someone's intuition talking here. In the context of a love reading, this can represent that the connection between the two of you is deeper than just something physical. It's deeper than just something emotional. It can be a really powerful connection that you're feeling guided to. Could also be, though, that you're in, I call her She Who Knows. Like, this is She Who Knows the Truth, and this is just She Who Knows, period, because she sits in front of the veil of consciousness. She has access to all the information that you and I as humans don't have access to. She sees everything. She knows everything. She just doesn't always tell us everything. So in and of herself, she can represent that there's some information that you're just not privy to yet. Like, factually, you don't have it, but you probably know anyway. She can represent that your intuition is trying to talk to you and tell you something about this defensiveness, about this betrayal, about this idea of blending two things together here, or recombining the two of you. This could even represent a conflict between your head, your logic, and your heart, your emotions, your intuition. They could be telling you something entirely different right now. At the early stage of this reading, it's not uncommon whatsoever that I don't fully understand what the hell I'm talking about yet. This usually doesn't make sense to me until I get part of the way through your energy, Aquarius, because then I can see how it relates to you. I will come back to it again as I go through your person's energy so I can see how it relates to them. But that's the shared energy affecting you both in October 2024. Aquarius, your energy in this connection. First card is the most important. We got Six of Wands. Central for your energy is the Hermit. And your final card is the Page of Pentacles. Six of Wands is Leo energy of recognition. Sometimes this can be you being recognized for something. More often than not, this will be you coming to some sort of a recognition where you recognize something. Whatever this is, it results in forward movement happening afterwards. So tell me more about this Six of Wands. Why is that first card for Aquarius in October 2024, please? Get one more. Thank you. Bottom of the deck. Eight of Cups. This is Pisces energy. This is emotionally detaching or physically detaching, physically walking away. I'll get this card for a couple of different reasons. Sometimes this will represent someone who thinks the grass might be greener on the other side of the fence. They think something else out there might be better for them than what they currently have, so they walk away from it to go see if the grass is greener on the other side. It's never greener on the other side of the fence. Grass is greener where you water it and nurture it and pour something into it of yourself. And a lot of times the person will find out that it's not all it was cracked up to be, and then they try to make some kind of a comeback later on. This could be you coming to some sort of a recognition about the emotionally detaching that has happened here, or maybe whatever it is you recognize causes you to emotionally detach. I got King of Swords right behind that. This is Aquarius or Gemini energy. This is the decision-making energy. We saw the King of Cups on the bottom a little bit ago here. That's the emotional decision maker. This is the logical, rational decision maker. He throws his emotions out the window. He's emotionally detached when he makes decisions. He doesn't care how you feel about something. All he cares about is like the truth and the facts. And does this mathematically add up? Does this make sense logically to do? He makes decisions based on what he knows and what he sees and what he can verify. So a lot of times this will feel like someone who is emotionally distant. I've got this emotionally detached decision maker and this emotionally detaching and walking away kind of an energy. Looks like walking away from stable home, stable family, stable connection here. And leaving you in a very difficult situation. Strength is the Leo Major Arcana card. This tells me that you're going through something difficult. You have the strength to make it through it. You're just being forced to dig down deep inside yourself and find that strength and tap into it and use it. Leaving you in a difficult spot here. Now, when I clarify Six of Wands, I get Justice, the Eight of Wands, and the World. Justice is a Libra Major Arcana card. I've got a couple of Libra cards out here. I've got a couple Aquarius. I got a little Virgo, some Taurus, some Capricorn, some Scorpio, a little bit more Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You could be dealing with any of those signs. Hell, you could be dealing with literally any sign. This is a general collective reading, so it's going to be almost impossible for me to tell you exactly who you're dealing with, because I'm not really tapping into your specific energy as an individual person the same way I would if I was doing a personal reading for you. Here I'm tapping into thousands of Aquarius people at a time. So I'm just going to continue to call the signs out as they stick out to me, just in case they mean anything to you. But this is a Libra Major Arcana card. It's the most powerful card of balance in the deck. It's about doing the right, fair, just thing. The sword that's in this card is used to cut away something that's not fair or not just or not balanced. So balance can be restored, and then the right, fair, just thing can happen. Like what's supposed to happen can happen. But this card shows up for me when something unfair and unjust is going on, something unbalanced is going on, and this is pointing out the need to correct that. So it could be you recognizing the unfair thing that's happening Could be what this is, you seeing the truth and speaking the truth, because maybe they're doing something to cause you some pain. Maybe they weren't being fair. Maybe they had the deck stacked in their favor so that you couldn't possibly win. Maybe they were betraying you here. Eight of Wands is next. This is Sagittarius energy. It's the second fastest energy in the deck. This is very fast forward movement on something, very fast progress on something. This can be rapid back and forth passionate communications happening. This could be travel over great distance. A lot of times this will just be so much is happening at once. Everything is coming too fast and too much at once, and it's like overwhelming. It's like an overwhelming type of a feeling where I just can't process all this at once. Then I have the World right after that, the final card of the major arcana. This is the completion energy. It's at the same time, it's the completion of one cycle and then starting over at the beginning of a new cycle with the Fool again. So this is representing something is coming to an end and something new is starting. Now, the something new starting doesn't always mean like a new connection. Sometimes people will stop doing something, like get out of a relationship and then get right back into it and go for another lap. So it can represent that. I have two cards in a row that could represent travel. Take that part however it resonates for you. Central for your energy, Aquarius, we got Virgo's major arcana card, the Hermit. This is a card of withdrawal and isolation. I usually get this card when communication shuts down between the two of you. We're not talking anymore. I'll get this card a lot when someone has been ghosted and they don't have closure, like the other person just left. They detached here and walked away and got very emotionally distant and maybe stopped communicating, and I don't even really know what the hell happened here. Like everything just suddenly happened. Sometimes this, like I said, is a card of looking inside yourself to try to find out what adjustments do I need to make about me so that I can move forward the way I want. It's about having the courage to go into your own shadow and look for the things that kind of need adjusting. Tell me about this Hermit card. Why is that central for Aquarius's energy here in this connection in October 2024? Thank you. Okay. Bottom of the deck. King of Cups. I'm getting the strong feeling here that you have been ghosted by this person. Like this would indicate that you still have a lot of emotions for them, but you're probably not talking. It would also indicate that they have emotions for you, but they aren't expressing how they feel. Whether this is them feeling good about you or if they're in emotional turmoil with all this rough, choppy water here, either way, they're probably not talking to you. Seven of Pentacles. It could be a period of time has gone by where you're not talking, and maybe you're contemplating, yeah, I feel about this person, but should I continue investing in this or not? King of Wands. I got two different sides to your person here. This King of Wands is either Leo or Sagittarius energy. I don't know if I told you King of Cups is Scorpio or Pisces energy, depending on how you view that. This is a bold, passionate, fiery, determined person that knows what they want and they go after it and they don't take no for an answer. They don't let little roadblocks and challenges stop them. This is like driven, motivated, ambitious energy of like, I'm going to find a way to get what I want, or I'm going to make a way to get what I want. Could indicate that you have a lot of passion and desire for your person. It could indicate that they're charming and attractive and good looking and you have this desire for them. Even after this period of time has gone by, maybe the period of time has amplified your desire for them, even though they haven't given you closure on why they severed things. This can be a decision. This can be the sword you use to cut something away, cut a person out of your life with. I do see Queen of Swords, Five of Swords, not talking anymore. When I clarify the Hermit, I get the Nine of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, the Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. Oh, man. Nine of Pentacles is Virgo energy. This is a single energy. It's a step backwards from the Ten of Pentacles that combine together life, like building a life together. This is building a life by myself. It's independent, self-sufficient kind of an energy. I can take care of me. I don't need someone physically or financially to do that. I got this on my own. It doesn't mean necessarily that you want to be single. it probably means that you are single, and there's this unfairness, unbalanced tied to that. But then there's also this potential that you don't have the answers on why you're single because they're not being really forthcoming with stuff. Could be that you just got ghosted and here you are single. Now, because it's beside justice and justice is pointing out some unfair, unbalanced thing, this can represent a person who's actually not single, but they're presenting themselves in the physical world as if they are single, which can cause a problem. That could be a betrayal in and of itself. I got the Hanged Man next, which is Pisces energy of progress being halted, no forward movement happening, things being stuck at a dead standstill. Like I said, when I saw it here, 3 cards deep in the overall energy, when it's got that Emperor kind of stuff tied to it, that can be a person that's playing the blame game. It's not my fault that you're single. It's your fault that you're single. It's not my fault that I presented myself as single. It's not my fault that I betrayed you. It's your fault. Could indicate that the problem is external to you. It could indicate that where the actual problem isn't really as external as the person is assuming it is. And it could just indicate that things are stuck and not moving past this being single energy here. And it could even be that you're doing some soul searching right now. And not only are you looking at yourself, you're looking outside yourself too, which is probably the smartest way to do it, is both of these ways, because it's never going to be just your fault where you need to fix it all. And it's probably also never going to just be the other person's fault where they need to do all the work. But I have this energy here of taking a look at both areas here. And this is weird too. I got this really fast moving progress type of energy and brakes locked up. So something was moving forward between the two of you until all this unfairness happened really quickly that probably ended things. I got Queen of Wands next. This is tied to what's got us hung up and not moving. If this is the external thing, this 90% of the time is going to represent the other woman. It's the hot queen, the queen, the fire element queen, the hot one that I have attraction and desire for. A lot of sexual energy here. Can even represent a drama queen in some sense. Like, also someone who knows what they want and they go after it and they don't really take no for an answer either. It's right here beside the World. The ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. Could be we got some third person involved here that's caused a problem, and maybe you don't know exactly what's going on. Maybe you have feelings about that, an intuitive hit, a dream, something. You have some way of knowing, but whether or not you're actually listening to your intuition, or whether you can actually hear it, or whether you can get yourself to accept it and believe it, that's a whole different matter. But your intuition is talking. 10 of Swords, Gemini energy. This is a swift, painful ending. Sometimes this is an ending you don't see coming, which is why the swords are in this dude's back. He didn't see that coming. Sometimes this is an ending in betrayal, like getting stabbed in the back by someone close to him. I do have now the second reference to a betrayal taking place. And that seems to be very close in proximity to this Queen of Wands person having everything stuck. Last card for you, Aquarius, Page of Pentacles. This is news and messages and communications about some physical opportunity. Take that however it resonates for you. To me, that sounds an awful lot like someone is communicating about some specific location and some specific time, and I'm going to be there, and now we have the physical opportunity to meet. This can just represent having this early stage, like not fully developed plan for the future. Tell me about this Page of Pentacles. Why is that the last card here for Aquarius, please? Underlying this Page of Pentacles energy, I get the Four of Wands. This is Aries energy. Fours are about stability. This is stability of the home, stability of the family life, stability of the connection between the two of you. These four wands represent 1111, which is the number of manifesting. So this is about that spot where the thing I want has appeared in physical reality. It's usually a celebration kind of an energy. Now, this could just be talking about early stage plan for the future, moving forward in the stability of the home and the family or the connection. I think there's a new plan here. Like, pages can be something new. It can be the beginning stage of something. It could be something that's not all the way developed yet, related to the home and the family in this very difficult situation that you're going through about that. 10 of Pentacles is right behind it. We referenced that with the 7 of Pentacles. This is ever going to turn into the thing that I want, this 10 of Pentacles, this combined together life, this building a life together. 9 of Swords, fear, worry, anxiety. This is Gemini energy of thinking about something over and over and over again with all this fear or worry behind your thinking, and doing that to the point that it manifests physically as stress or sleepless nights or nightmares. I'm feeling like maybe you had some kind of a dream about something your person was doing that's got everything hung up. And see here, when I've got this, the hung up, not moving card, it's tied to being single or acting single when I'm not. It's also tied to this fiery queen energy, this passion, desire, attractive energy with betrayal tied to it. This could be you had yourself a dream that something shady was going on, and now it's in your head, and this is you worrying about it. Hierophant, worrying about the commitment here. This is Taurus major arcana energy of being fully committed to something bigger than yourself. In a relationship reading, this would be being fully committed to the relationship, being in a committed relationship and taking that to the next level. This is a marriage card. This 4 of Wands can represent a celebration of home and family, like engagements, weddings, things like that. I got the 10 of Pentacles in here. So to me, there's like 3 main cards that would reference being married. And I have all 3 of them right here in this tiny little bit of the story, with something really difficult happening, very hard to make it through, and all this fear, worry, anxiety, and stress tied to it all. Okay. Now, when I clarify this Page of Pentacles, I get the Moon, the 6 of Wands again, 6 of Cups, Page of Swords. The Moon is Pisces energy of fear, worry, and anxiety. We just saw 9 of Swords. That means fear, worry, and anxiety. They're different, though. This is usually from uncertainty. Like when the moon's out, it's dark outside. You can't see the full path in front of you. It's really easy to get mixed up and not be sure, am I on the right path or not? Was this even the right path for me to begin with? Did I make a wrong turn somewhere? Should I turn around and go back? And that level of uncertainty can cause fear, worry, and anxiety. Uncertainty in this early stage plan for my future. Uncertainty tied to being single and whether or not that's ever going to get balanced out. Uncertainty about, is there something unfair going on that has me single? I didn't get answers from them. This can even represent like when the moon's out, it's dark. You can't see your own hand in front of your face. Things can get hidden in the dark. This can represent a secret being kept. This in and of itself can represent that you're missing some information. The High Priestess in and of herself can represent that there's something you just haven't had made aware to you yet. When I've got both of them out here, and I've got the High Priestess right underneath this Emperor card. This Emperor is feeling like your person more than it is you. And your intuition is talking to you about what's going on with them that you don't actually know. This is already feeling like you think that there's some cheating going on. You think there's some unfair, deceptive stuff happening that's betrayal. And maybe you don't actually have any facts on it yet. It's more just a hunch or a gut feeling. Or maybe even you had a dream that told you this is what's happening and you're struggling with whether or not to believe that. But either way, there's this unfair, unjust thing, single energy, either being single because of something unfair, or the unfair thing was someone acting single when they weren't and keeping it a secret. Either way, there's some I don't know everything type of a feeling to this. 6 of Wands is next. This is your very first card that we've already clarified. That's that Leo energy of recognition. This is probably you recognizing something fishy is going on here. Something about this early stage plan doesn't quite add up. It's right beside the Hanged Man energy, recognizing the thing that has us stuck here. It's very weird how we go from this really fast, second fastest energy in tarot, all the way to the brakes being locked up and it's not moving anywhere. But now forward movement starts again based on something being recognized. Six of Cups is next. This is, I got 2 6s in a row here. This is Scorpio energy of the past. It's thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past, like nostalgia, thinking about the good old days and the way it used to be. It can represent a deep emotional connection between the two of you. It can represent that there's history between the two of you. It can even represent something from the past coming back up again, something happening again that's already happened at some point prior to that. It can even represent someone from the past making a comeback. It is tied directly to this Queen of Wands energy. The thing that has us stuck is this person from the past has shown up here. Now, I do want to clarify that person from the past doesn't necessarily mean ex-girlfriend or ex-husband or ex-wife or something like that. It doesn't necessarily mean former romantic partner. Person from the past, like past is a relative term. Like 5 minutes ago was the past, 2 seconds ago was the past, 10 years ago is the past. So this could be someone that there was a romantic involvement with prior. This could just be someone that they used to work with. It could be someone that they went to school with. It could be like, well, I have this friend and he introduced me like 6 months ago to this other person. So there's just, it means that there's not a brand new person involved. It's someone that's already known, if that's what we're looking at here as a third party, which it kind of looks like that because I got the betrayal element here twice. Page of Swords is the final clarifier here. So this is an energy of someone who's trying to learn something or trying to figure something out. He's looking back at the past over his shoulder here, analyzing something, doing research, investigation, snooping around. Like sometimes I'll get this if you're spying on the person or if they're spying on you, or if there's this, like I'm looking at your social media pages trying to figure out what's going on, or driving past where you live or where you work trying to figure you out, or asking questions about you, or vice versa, you asking about them. Hell, this could even be some external person that knows both of you and saw something and came and told you about it. And maybe that's how you came to the recognition of the thing that was being kept secret from you, is like something from the past that maybe they've cheated on you before. Maybe that this is a person that they know that has come back into their life. Either way, that's the case. It's someone they have attraction to. Hell, what I'm doing right now technically qualifies as Page of Swords because I'm being nosy. I'm sticking my nose into your energy and your person's energy and what the hell's going on between the two of you, trying to figure it all out. But there's also this energy here of trying to figure out the ending that took place, which again, I feel strongly that you got ghosted here, that you weren't actually told what the hell's going on. This feels like somebody that just abruptly disappeared. That's your energy in this connection. Let me scoot this over just a little bit. Take a look at your person's energy, Aquarius. For them, the first card's the most important. We got the Hierophant. Central to their energy is the Devil. And their final card is Death. All 3 major arcana cards. The Hierophant is the Taurus major arcana. We saw that a few cards deep here in this underlying energy here. It's commitment, taking things to the next level in a relationship. This would be being in a committed relationship, being fully committed to that. Possibly married. So tell me about this Hierophant, please. Why is the Hierophant the first card for Aquarius' person of interest? I kept seeing cards like flip over and show themselves and go back in, and that happened repeatedly, almost like nothing was going to come out. And right as I was about to say that, all kinds of stuff just shot out everywhere. Good grief. Bottom of the deck, King of Cups. Again, Scorpio, Pisces energy. This is someone who has a lot of emotions right now, but they're probably not cluing you into what they are. You probably love them. They probably love you on some level. They're just not telling you everything right now. Seven of Pentacles. There's that period of time where they're pausing to reflect and take stock of this connection. Is this ever going to turn into what I want, or should I cut my losses and move on? And I don't think they were being any like forthcoming with you that that's where they were. King of Wands. There's something that this person wants, and they're going to go after it. They're not going to take no for an answer. The decision has been made, but this is also some sort of an energy of severing, like cutting either one of the options off, so there's only one option left, or severing the connection. I do see the overall, or excuse me, the shared energy affecting you both is this severing type of an energy here. When I clarify the Hierophant, normally I get 3 clarifiers. I just got 5 right here. So this is an important card. I get the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, Death, Knight of Swords, Seven of Swords. Ace of Cups is a new beginning in love and emotions. It can sometimes represent trying to start back over at square one on a relationship that has, gone kaput. If we've had a breakup, this could be them wanting to start back over at the beginning. Doesn't look like that based on everything I'm seeing. This looks like your person is in a commitment with you, and they start some new love connection here. Knight of Pentacles. This is the slowest knight in the deck. So I got this really fast moving energy over here, more fast moving energy coming up, and slowest knight in the deck. This is like the drip, like the slow drip, monotonous, one step at a time, snail's pace kind of a thing. It also, when it represents a person, like you can see, he's got the Ace of Pentacles, the seed of abundance, but the fields in the background are completely empty because he hasn't gotten off his ass and planted the seed yet. He knows what he's supposed to do. He just hasn't for some reason, or even vice versa, because he knows he's not supposed to sit on his ass, but that's what he's doing anyway. So it can be that kind of an energy here. I'm in a commitment and I know I'm not supposed to start this new cup of love thing, but I'm doing it anyway, and ultimately this leads to death. This is the Scorpio Major Arcana. I'm going to clarify it here 2 cards down the line. This is an ending to something dying so it can be reborn in a different way. This is an ending that has like a painful transition period or a painful transformation process attached to it. Knight of Swords. Fastest knight in the deck. So again, I got conflicting information here about very slow moving progress, and now we're going the opposite direction. This is the person, knights are action takers. So this is like rapid, decisive action being taken on something. This is usually like spur of the moment, like impulsive. This ain't the dude who reads the instruction manual first. This is the dude who just rushes off and does it, and they don't think about it first. They don't think about it beforehand or while they're doing it. They just do it and then they're out, and they don't think about it until after it's already done. It's like impulsive feeling to it. Yeah, I think this Temperance was supposed to be them trying to temper themselves so that they don't do something stupid, but it looks like they did, and then they defend themselves about it and maybe deny that they did it, but they did it. Seven of Swords. This is Aquarius energy of lying, cheating, stealing, deception, sneaking around behind your back, trying to get away with something that they shouldn't be trying to get away with. Especially if they're starting a new cup of love here while they're already in a committed relationship with you. I think they knew they weren't supposed to, and they did it anyway, and ultimately that killed it, and they probably didn't even think about it until they already did it. And now the only option they have is either to come clean or lie. And I think they probably lied. Central to their energies, the Devil. This is Capricorn's Major Arcana card. This is heavy toxic energy. This is obsession. It's addiction. It's a feeling of being trapped by something, feeling like I can't escape from something. It's a control energy, a lot like this Emperor, but here the Emperor is about being in control, and this is about something else being in control. You not having control over it, it has control over you, or in this case, your person. I get this card a lot when someone has been hurt at some point in the past, and instead of healing from that, they just like repress it and shove it down and pretend like everything's fine, even though it's not fine. And instead of healing, they just get in denial about something happening, and it usually festers up and it starts to control elements of their life and make them do things that they normally wouldn't have done, or make them have this toxic skew to them. Tell me about the devil. Why is that central for Aquarius's person here in October, please? Let's get just one more. Thank you. This came out too, didn't it? Yeah, because that was not here. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Bottom of the deck, I got the Page of Cups. News and messages and communications about love and emotions, expressing feelings, lovey-dovey messages. Sometimes this is an apology. Sometimes this just represents a person who is emotionally immature, emotionally not fully developed all the way, not showing up as a King of Cups anymore. As soon as I say that, King of Cups is in the background. It's almost like this is a facade that they put on. They're really this, and they try to show you this. Or maybe a lot of times this devil energy will be something that's kind of like a masquerade. It's kind of like, you know, presenting itself as the thing that you really want. And it's so good that it convinces you that this is the thing that I really want. But in reality, it's a trap. It's not what you really want. And it could be that this is what this person actually is, but you have them kind of pigeonholed into this King of Cups type of a viewpoint of them, almost like an idealized view of this person. Magician. This person is definitely the person who's manifested this situation. Their thoughts and their actions have created this situation I'm reading about right now. Yeah, the Empress. This is the mother of the tarot deck. She's always pregnant, so she's always giving birth to something. And in a relationship reading, she represents the birth of a new relationship. Sometimes it can be the rebirth of one that has fizzled out. Man, I don't know how to take this. This is looking like your person had some internal urges and desires that led them down a certain path that they went down. And they've created this situation by birthing a new connection. It could be that that's what happened, and at the same time, they're about to communicate with you to apologize. And I don't know if they're going to express their feelings, but I feel like I'm stretching it to get to that. When I clarify the devil, the Sun, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. The Sun is a Leo major arcana. It is the happiest card in the deck. It represents happiness, joy, bliss, harmony. Can't really get a better card than that when that's what it means. So this could mean I have this unhealthy level of happiness tied to something. If that's the case, it's tied to this new cup. It could even be that I have this toxic association or a feeling of being trapped and controlled by commitment. Could be both of those at the same time now that I'm thinking about it. The other meaning to the Sun is this is the card that comes immediately after the Moon in the sequence of the major arcana. So the Moon can represent something being hidden in the dark, something that you don't see yet. The next step is the Sun comes out, and now it's not dark anymore, and now the light gets shined on that thing that was hidden, and now I can see it. Exposing, illuminating this new cup of love, illuminating this toxic cycle, this toxic behavior that this person has. I got the Queen of Pentacles next, which is Capricorn energy. Like I said, this usually represents wife or the person that I'm building my life around, the person that I'm trying to make the centerpiece of the home and the family. I've seen Four of Wands. I've seen the Hierophant twice. I've seen the Ten of Pentacles. Those are the cards that indicate like marriage or living together or being fully committed and combining lives together. This would be half of the equation that creates that. The other half is the King of Pentacles. Haven't seen King of Pentacles. I've seen King of Cups, King of Wands, no King of Pentacles. And look, it's almost like this is you and you're waiting on them to do the right thing, and it's taking them forever to do the right thing, and it probably feels like nothing's happening here. Seven of Pentacles. This is feeling like a really long, drawn out period here where this person has either got some sort of a toxic attachment to you. I do see Six of Cups over here. Past person coming back up, person that there's passion, desire, attraction to, ending of a cycle, beginning of a new cycle. There's an ending or a betrayal tied to that energy, things not moving tied to that energy. This could be this person is already married and they started a new connection with you and then have like backpedaled off of it. There's this period of time of like waiting on wife, or is this going to pan out to be wife or not? Should I cut my losses and move on? It's got death right beside it. This could be telling me that there's been an ending between the two of you and there's a period of time that's gone by. Ace of Swords is the final clarifier. It's the sword of truth. It's the sword you make decisions with. It's the sword you cut off other options until there is only one option left and the decision's made. It's the sword that the Queen of Swords uses to cut someone out of her life. Severing taking place. And this is like, took this abrupt, spontaneous, impulsive action I didn't think through, and then boom, severing. Also, Seven of Swords tied into that mix, like deception, lying, sneaking around. I got Death for their final card. This is the Scorpio Major Arcana. It's already out here in this first column, tied in with this Hierophant, like commitment energy. This is something dying, probably has a painful transition period attached to it. Tell me about death. Why is this here for Aquarius' person, please? One in here upside, or flipped over here. Where'd it go? There it is. Already seen that one before. Already seen all of those before. Strength. Leo Major Arcana. Again, this is a very difficult situation that has been created here. This ending has been very difficult. Hard for them to make it through. They have the strength to make it through. It's just they're being forced to dig down into it. But that really feels like you have the strength to make it through. The other meaning to strength is it can represent a person who's trying to tame this beast inside themselves. They've got this toxic stuff under the surface here that's actually controlling everything. That's actually what's in control, not them. Maybe they put up a good front like they're in control, but I don't think they are. This would be the person trying to contain that piece of themselves, trying to hold it back and rein it in so they don't do something stupid and make some kind of a mistake. But really, like, do you think this little lady can hold this lion back if it wants to go do something? She's got no chance. It will maul her. So it stays because she keeps it calm enough to contain it for a minute. But that's not going to be a permanent situation. And at some point, she's going to lose control of the lion, which I feel like is what happened here. Like your person lost control and couldn't rein it in anymore. Nine of Swords. I think that's what they did. They lost control right here and then impulsively took these actions and did the sneaking around and the lying, because at this point I already did it. It's too late. So now I have to lie. I have to lie and defend my position, defend against your accusations, trying to keep this all balanced until I can figure out what to do here. This is fear, worry, and anxiety. I get this a lot in this kind of a context when a person has done something that they shouldn't have done, and now they're fearful and worried that it's going to come out. Like, I lost control, and I'm worried that you're going to find out because I'm in a commitment with you. If this person's not married to you, you are strongly committed to them and them to you. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. Like, I don't know how much more clear it could get. Literally, the only card I haven't seen that would tell me you're married is King of Pentacles. Now, you're showing up here, but they're not, which makes sense with what I'm seeing. Four of Wands, 3 cards in a row that are the marriage cards. And the Fool. In the midst of being fully committed and probably physically combined together and having stability in that connection, there's this energy of taking the blind leap of faith. This can be foolish decision making, taking risks outside of the connection. So card 0, it's the first card. It's a new beginning on something where I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have the answers. I'm just going for it and I'll figure it out as I go. That's real similar to that Knight of Swords energy. And I got right behind it, 3 of Cups. This is Cancer energy. This is either reconciliation, getting back together, or what it's looking like is third-party love triangle, because we got 3 cups of love in the picture here. We got a new cup of love showing up. We got forward movement on that kills things, impulsiveness, lying, betrayal. When I clarify death, there's the Hermit again, 8 of Swords, and the Emperor again. The Hermit is central to your energy out here, Aquarius. This is a Virgo Major Arcana card. Withdrawal, isolation, communication shutting down, ghosting, not giving you closure on something. 8 of Swords. I feel like I saw that. I did see that. It's right here, 4 cards deep. It's that Gemini energy of thinking about something over and over and over again with all this fear and worry and feeling stuck and trapped and blocked. And I don't know what to do because I don't want to make a mistake. So I'm just overthinking the shit out of it. It's right beside Queen of Pentacles. And me doing the thing I know I'm not supposed to do. Maybe they're doing their soul searching about this now. Which again, though, is too late after they've already done everything. You should do the soul searching first. Emperor here, it's the overall energy of the reading. It's them trying to take control of the situation when they don't really know what the hell's going on or what to do about it. They know they've killed it. Like, death is the top of this column, and death is also in the beginning of this same row here. So there's this period of time from it dies and a period of time until they try to actually take control. What's here with like nothing to finish the row is this impulsive action that I took and this severing, or even the truth coming out about the impulsive action that I took, and then lying, cheating, deception. This is really looking like they went off and did some shit they weren't supposed to do. Maybe you found out about it just purely through intuitive feelings, gut feelings, dreams, something along those lines, and they denied it, but it's actually true. And I think they have like left and probably gave you zero closure about what to do. And I don't know if this is like you recognizing someone from their past has come back because you saw something that allowed you to figure it out, or found something that let you figure it out, or if this is complete speculation on your part and this is just your intuition talking to you about what they did. Either way, I'm convinced that they actually did whatever it is you think they did, whether or not you have the facts to support that or not. Now, if you still have questions about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. When you do, you'll be taken to more Aquarius love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.